All right, Paul, welcome to the first day of Christmas. On the first day of
Day of
Christmas.
Christmas. Do you love you? Paul gives you a great coaching session.
ENTV, welcome to the first day of Christmas. If you didn't see the post last night, we will be tagging everyone in the post from last night, just getting more of the descriptions lined up. We are doing a 12 days of Christmas program. We have 16 coaches that are going to be fitting in the 12 days of Christmas. And this is just a gift giving program. This is 16 of our Academy members, amazing Academy members, who all have generously donated to give away some of their coaching experience, knowledge programs to benefit ENTV members. So day one is Dr. Paul Kellogg. Dr. Paul Kellogg, I just learned he's a doctor of divinity. I said, Paul, why are you not touting your doctor around? He said, I'm trying it on, Amos. I'm trying it on. Okay, Paul, what are you going to be giving away in the gift giving program?
Well, yeah, Amos, I mean, you know, some of the stuff that we do, it's all about helping people to really find the value of what life is presenting to them. And so many of us go through our lives, we have experiences, we have challenges, we can have outright tragedies or traumas. And there's always that question of why? Why am I, and outwardly, why is God treating me this way? You know, or spiritually, what's happening for me? You know, and so we have, through the Waitrose College systems, numerous private sessions that really zero in on specific matters. And Sandra Kellogg, my daughter and I, are teaming up to offer a two-part coaching session. And it's all meant to help people to find the gold, to find the diamonds, and whatever it is their experiences have been, no matter how vexing they are. What's the beauty that I can learn from and grow from and apply to my life going forward that makes it invaluable? It becomes priceless to me. It becomes a piece of my wisdom. So many leave stuff on the table with all that. They get insights into, okay, yes, I did this and I don't have to feel that anymore and so on. But why? What's the deeper reason of why the law of attraction has put me in that place? And I found the law of attraction goes both ways. It's not just attracting good and money and so on. We are in life and we attract the things that are going to be challenging us, the things that help us learn and grow. What we put out is what we get back. In a bigger picture, spiritually, we need to kind of take some responsibility for that. As souls, learning and growing in this great university we call planet Earth, how can I see that? So, these particular sessions we're going to do are going to help people to dive in, to look at key experiences, to see what the opportunity was in those experiences, because sometimes we take on roles and responsibilities that create experiences and it's not even really ours to begin with. We step into it, and I'll share a personal experience in just a moment where this helped me a lot. So that's part number one that Sandra does for people. Part number two is that I help people take that valuable, deeper lesson, the resonance of the core of what the soul or what that person needs to move forward, and then we put some action steps to that. We find out where the success ratio is going to be, what's going to continue to block that potentially, what are the solutions to release that energy so that relationship takes on power and meaning. The project is easier to accomplish. I don't know if you remember that ripple I did, the very first ripple I did, where we lifted the guy out of the chair with 8 fingers. Life becomes like that. We start to lift ourselves up with an ease because all of our resources are being pulled together, and that's what that second piece does. So that's kind of the big picture of helping that person who gets that gift to do a life changing polarity switch on what's going on.
Well, ENTV, if you're hearing this and you would like to receive this gift from Paul Kellogg and his daughter, Sandra, who's going to be teaming up with him on this, how this gift giving program works is you'll just simply have to comment on the live, whether written, picture, or video. You can actually upload videos and comments, those you don't know, up to like 4 or 5 minute videos you can actually upload into any comment on Facebook, telling Paul why you'd like to win this gift. So again, these 16 Academy members are giving away these gifts to spread the love this holiday season. And so if you're someone that resonates with Paul or someone else's gift, any of the gifts you're going to be seeing in the next 12 days, make sure you comment and tag 3 friends. That's the rule. Just comment or
Yeah.
whether picture or typing or video on why you'd like to receive the gift. Tag 3 friends who are in the group. And then Paul will be making his selection along with the rest of the Academy members on the 23rd on our wrap-up party, 11 a.m. Eastern, announcing who they're giving their gifts to. So,
Yeah.
Paul, thanks for being here. This is super fun. Now, tell us the story of this
Yeah.
transformation.
Yeah. So the lessons profile, I have to tell you that Sandra is one of the first people in the world to get certification in this because there was a special retreat she went to and the training was being offered, and there's just a few people that actually do it. When she came back, Susan and I said, well, we'll take off our parent hat and just be client hat, and how about if you do the session for us? Now, I've done a lot of these things, so I'm always open to bringing things in. Well, during the course of the process, Sana worked with her guidance, and I have to tell you, whether again you call it angels or guides or the universe or whatever, that session helps bring guidance into the situation to see a whole bigger view of everything. And so here was a particular experience that I had when I was at a conference center, much younger men, and they were having a big retreat. And it was on a conference center, and there was a tractor, there's a flatbed. We were going to go on a ride on the flatbed. And I was asked to go get the tractor. Well, I came back, I couldn't start the tractor. And the person who was in charge of it just got all bent out of shape. And suddenly I became the pivot point for the problem of that situation. The guy finally said to his assistant, go over and get the tractor, let's get this going. Well, the guy goes over, he can't get it started because he had actually hot wired the tractor so that it went past the switch, and there was a certain way to put the wires together to make it work, and he couldn't remember how he did it. So finally we got it going, and then there was this back and forth, and I felt humiliated. I was, embarrassed, and so on. Well, what came out of the whole session was that was not my problem. I was in the middle of that, but that was between those two guys. And the head leader didn't want to make the other guy look bad because he was the assistant. So I happened to be the fall guy for the whole thing. Well, seeing that that wasn't mine to begin with, and that I was actually in the business of someone else's battles between each other, I hadn't looked at that before, Amos. I had just looked at, okay, good, I had that happen, I've released it, I've let it go, there's no emotions. But to see the value of the bigger picture of that, of realizing that there are times when I get into the mission of something and I need to step back because it's not my mission to begin with. And if I get caught in the merry-go-round of all that, and it was such a healing to see the beauty of that experience, to see the value of that experience. It was troubling. I clarified what the reality of the facts of that situation were. And then I saw the priceless gem and money in the bank of what that told me. It changed my energy because I had had lots of sessions to try and help that trauma and all that. It never brought it forward to the place where it brought it to. So then that session distilled down for me the depth of what it is that all my experiences are really all about. And I've used that kind of as a personal, very specific kind of mantra to help me look at my day and see where the adventure of that day is rather than where the heaviness of that day might be.
Wow.
It was extraordinary. I had a testimonial from somebody that had that just recently, and the phrase, it helped me let go of the kryptonite of self-doubt. That was a beautiful way to say that. The what kills us inside, what destroys us. If I don't regroup that self-doubt is always there. And that's what these sessions, plus the action part and the second part. What do I do with that now? Where do I go forward with that in terms of coaching and helping people and so on?
Amazing. Well, ENTV, if receiving this gift sounds like it might benefit you and your relationships, then make sure you comment below as to, and tell Paul why you'd love to receive this gift, whether written, a picture, a video. He'd love to hear from you, and then tag 3 people in the group in the comments as well. Paul, thanks for being here. Thanks for kicking off the
Yeah.
12 Days of Christmas program. Now,
Happy to kick it off.
this is gonna be a lot of fun. So we had a lot of fun yesterday on that video. And any last words for the viewers of ENTV?
Yeah, I think that well, one of the things that Sana and I really want to focus on is helping people with the relationships or the projects that are super important to you to help bring new life and new energy to whatever it is that's going on in there. So we really hone in on the solutions for the relationship style energies. So that's a piece of. I think everybody's going to be doing that. The coaching that's going to happen is going to help everybody have life changing experiences. It's going to be amazing.
All right. Well, thanks for kicking it off, Dr. Paul
Yeah.
Kellogg. Now that I know you're a doctor, I'm gonna be calling you, hey Doc. All right.
Hey, Doc, there you go.
All right, ENTV, you know what to do. Thank you, Paul Kellogg. We'll be chatting with everyone soon.